What's going on YouTube? This is Daybreak748 coming back at you guys with yet again another figure review. Today we are going to be taking a look at Bismarck Drei from Bandai Tamashii Nations. Now she is a part of the AGP line, which is the Armor Girls project line. Now you guys should know, if you have been following along with me on this channel, that this line has had its ups and downs. And it just constantly ups and downs. It's not, oh, it was really crappy in the beginning and it's been getting better all along. No, they still make huge mistakes, huge blunders, but they also produce some awesome figures as well. Now, first, let me kind of get you, I guess, warmed up to the AGP line. If you do plan on picking up the AGP line, I'm going to give you some advice. You ready? First thing is first. The AGP line makes awesome, big, I guess, battleship or Kantai collection girls, I should say. However, when it comes to the small details, they are horrible at the small details. For examples, chains. If you see on AmiAmi or any of those websites that sell this line, if you look at the pictures and you see that the female character has some chains, avoid it like the plague. Why? Because they use plastic and they just spray paint it or paint it with like yellow paint, and it just looks horrid. It looks terrible. Or any characters with like flower petals in their hair, like Yamato, awful. It looks like bubblegum, pretty much. It looked awful. It's terrible. So when it comes to the minute details, you want to avoid if you are willing to purchase the AGP line. Now, the second thing you have to worry about are its joints. Now, as you guys can clearly see, when it comes to the AGP line, they are taking the complete opposite route that Figma is taking. Figma is taking the route, okay, we're going to pump out figures from Kancolle or Kantai collection where the battleship parts are not as big. Okay, fair enough. AGP is going the complete opposite way and saying, hey, we're going to give you these badass chicks with these crazy, crazy battleship parts. Now, if with that being what they're trying to go for, you're going to end up with joint problems. Now, if you watched my Musashi Kai video, you clearly see that they've included this crazy big stand, and it's definitely needed. If you want to purchase a AGP girl, go on AmiAmi, go on whatever website that you are planning to purchase it from, and take a look at the images. If you see that it comes with a stand with these extensions for the battleship parts, then yes, do purchase it, because my Musashi Kai figure, the battleship pieces are very heavy. However, because of the stand that it comes with, it's perfect. It will hold it and it is nice. However, if it doesn't, then avoid it like the plague. Why? Because the joints, they usually use one little joint to connect. It's like a peg that goes into the hole and it just rotates around there. That is not strong enough. If it's like Revoltech joints or the clicking joints or ratchet joints, that might be a different story, but I haven't seen them use that yet, so avoid it. So that is my little advice to you. If you see a girl like Bismarck Drei here, or Musashi Kai, where they don't really have those chains or, I don't know, rose petals or flower petals, that's a good sign. Also, if you see that the joints are okay, or if they give you a stand to properly display it, then pick up the figure. If not, avoid it and just stick with the Figma. With that said, the AGP girls will cost you a hefty price point. Most of them, if not all of them, are exclusive figures. So, if you don't want to dish out $100+, then this is definitely not the line for you. However, if you do have the money to spend and you want to invest in some bigger, I guess, battleship girls, then this is definitely for you. Alright, with that being said, let's take a look at the box and then we'll move on. So we have this standard box that I have come to love and enjoy. We have the white, we have this nice flat matte gray with this hexagonal shaped patterns going throughout the box. We have this nice embossed gold lettering right here for Bismarck Drei. On this side you have white, in white, Bismarck Drei. On the back you have many different poses you can get this figure in, and it also showcases all of the different face sculpts that you can use. On this side you have another picture of Bismarck Drei, and that's pretty much it, guys. So with that being said, let's take her out of package and we'll see if this is a must get. See you in a little bit. Alright guys, and we are back. We have Bismarck Drei out of package, and I gotta say, this is a phenomenal looking figure. I love the attention to detail, and just to showcase, she's really, really small. I mean, look at her hands. That thing is tiny. But the sculpting, the paint job, all of it is just nicely done. Now, like I mentioned in the opening of this, I told you that if a character does not have these minute small detailing, then she will probably be a awesome looking figure. And as you guys can clearly see, that is the case with Bismarck Drei. She is very simple. The design is very, very simple. You have grays, blacks, and whites, I guess, and a little bit of red. But other than that, she is pretty standard. So with that being said, she looks awesome. As you guys can see, let me just show you real quickly a closer look at the figure. So she looks good. That's the side view. That's the back view. And this the other side. Now, I know you're gonna think, oh, Daybreak, you're gonna look at the accessories next, right? Not quite. I want to showcase the articulation when it comes to this standalone figure, and then I'm gonna take a look at the what's it called? The accessories, and then I'm going to build her, and then I will show you the final product at the very end. So here we go. When it comes to articulation, the head can go down that far, can look up that far, which is not that far up, unfortunately, and it's due to the fact that her hair is in the way. The hair, there's two pieces right here that are on ball joints, so you can move them up if you like, to have it like blowing in the wind if you want it that way. And that's pretty much it. The head can swivel left and right. The arms can go out that far, can fully rotate. So even with the hair, no problem. There is a bicep swivel. There's the joint at the elbow, more than 90 degrees, so I like that. Her hands, really, really small, as you guys can clearly see, can fully rotate and can swivel. For her upper diaphragm joint, all the articulation you could possibly want. Now do be careful because there's these two small pieces. It seems like they're glued to this side right here and that side right here. So you can definitely snap that if you are not careful. When it comes to the waist, there is a waist joint and it's underneath this piece right here. Now this is a nice pliable piece, so it's not going to get in the way. And it's split in the middle right here, so yeah, it's good. The legs can go out that far, so no problems there. The thigh swivel is hidden up top, but it's definitely there. The knee joint, more than 90 degrees, is always nice. The feet can swivel left and right. It can go up and down. And these pieces right here can also turn left and right, which is pretty amazing. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the articulation for Bismarck Drei. Now, let's move on to what she comes with. The first thing that I would like to show off is the following. This is everything you need to know about Bismarck Drei and how to pretty much put her all together. Lots of steps here, and this one's very unique because yes, you can make her just the standard battleship girl, or you can have her in this, I don't know what you call this, but it's more like a mechanized look to it. I don't know anything about the character because I haven't played the game. I've only watched the anime, and unfortunately she was not in the anime, so I don't know anything about this character. So with that being said, there's two different versions that you can get her in. I personally don't like this look because this looks more like a, I don't know, like a Gundam to me. So I am going to be doing something along the lines like that. Now, with that being said, let's showcase the accessories. Here we go. Accessories. The first one is this ridiculous stand right here with the two arm pieces to hold the armor bits up. This is what I mean. If you take a look at the website where you're about to purchase the figure and you see that it does not come with these two pieces, yet the figure has some big crazy battleship parts, don't buy it. Just don't. However, if it's a big giant cruiser thing and it has awesome weapons but it has this, then definitely it's okay. You will be fine. This thing will hold your figure up. So that's that. Alright, on to some other small accessories before we take a look at the bigger pieces. You have six different sets of hands. You have some pointing finger hands, you have some spirit finger hands, and then you have some I guess hat grabbing hands. It's like pinched, so that's that. You get a set pretty much. So that's cool. Moving that to the side, let's showcase her faces. So you get this open mouth face sculpt, looking pretty cute. You have this, I don't know what you call this. She looks embarrassed kinda, and there's like a little teardrop on the side of her cheek, which is really, really funny. So that's another head or face plate you get. And then you have this sideways grin, which is very cute as well. So those are the other face sculpts that you get with this figure. Now this piece right here is part of the battleship, but this is the piece that goes and plugs into our back, so that's quite important. Now to go along with this piece, I like what AGP does in this sense. If this piece for some reason breaks, they give you another spare part. Because of course, if this piece breaks, then it's game over. You won't be able to display the battleship parts. So I like the fact that they include a secondary piece just in case. Then you get these turrets right here, looking freaking amazing. Paint job looks good. There's articulation at all of the barrels, and they can swivel. Now this is a cool piece, and I think it's exclusive to Bismarck. That looks pretty cool. Now does this move? I don't think it does. Yeah, I don't think so, but looks pretty good to say the least. And you have two of these. Alright, moving on to the other pieces. You get two of these right here. Looks very similar, but it has this ship piece right here. Turns on this side right here. And then something that's pretty cool with this piece does in fact come out if you want her to be in that, I don't know, the Gundam look, but I personally won't be displaying her like that, so I won't need that. So that's pretty cool. So you get one for each side. Alright, moving on to this piece, which is the part that this piece connects to. This is it. This is everything that holds the pieces together. This piece, it can swivel, so that's cool. You have to be careful with it because you can definitely snap that right off. So that's that. And then two other accessories that she comes with. It's this blaster thing. I think you hold it this way, yeah. hold it this way, and does this move? This piece moves, that's for sure, this black piece. This one, I'm not sure, I don't want to force it, and then this part doesn't. It might. I have to look at the, what's it called, the instructions, but that's that. And then this piece right here does move as well. And then last but not least, you have her hat. Looks nice. Inside is nothing too special. And there you have it. Okay guys, so I'm going to now put her together, and then I will show you what she looks like at the very end. Give me a sec, I'll be right back. Alright guys, and real quickly, just want to show you the Gundam look that you can have Bismarck Drei in. All you need to do is take the figure now. I have the I guess the waist part attached to Bismarck Drei. You just line up the pegs right here and you just plug it in. Now, I personally will not be displaying it like this because I don't like this look. I personally like it when she is in like the battleship mode more, so that's what I'm going to do. But as you guys can clearly see, I attached all of the pieces together, so it's nice and uniform now. Her feet would kind of slide in right here, and yeah, should be good to go. Now, with that being said, there's something that I don't understand how the instructions manual is telling me to proceed, so I'm not going to be doing it here because I feel like I'm definitely going to snap this piece if I'm not careful. Now, this piece right here, the red and the gray is supposed to split, and you can clearly see that there's a seam line here, so it definitely does look like it's going to come apart. And how do I know that that is true and that is what it's supposed to be? If you take a look here, it tells you so. It says this lower half is on a hinge, so you can pop it off and it swings out like that. However, I've been sitting here for a good, I would say, 30 minutes or so, playing around with it, putting under some hot water, and does not want to budge. So I'm not going to force it to, and personally, I don't really want to display my Bismarck Drei like that, so I'm okay with it. But that, I just wanted to showcase that just for those of you guys who might want to. Now, if you're having the same issues, you're gonna have a little issue. Why? Because this piece is supposed to swing out, meaning this piece is connected to this piece, and so it's going to allow her to kind of stand on this and be okay. However, as you guys should be able to tell, she's a lot taller right now, and so with that being said, if you wanted to just display her with this piece connected in like this, I don't think you're going to be able to unless you bend her legs. So that's one major downside. Alright guys, wanted to show you that real quickly, and now we're going to transform this back into the battleship mode, and then I'll show you the final product. Be right back. Okay, and after a very long period of time of just handling this figure, trying to get it posed the way I want it, I am done, and I'm going to call it a day. Guys, this is by far one of the hardest figures to manage. Now, why do I say that? Real quickly. The hands for this particular figure, and I mentioned it way back when I first showed you the figure, these hands are very small, and as soon as I saw that, I knew this was going to be a pain, but it was a nightmare. The hands are on this tiny ball joint. It feels like it's gonna snap at any given moment in time, and the fact that these, I don't know, these cufflet pieces are kind of loose pieces that's just hanging around, it's the worst to deal with, because trying to take out one existing hand and put in a new one, it was nearly impossible. I don't even think I have these on, honestly speaking, but it's staying, so I'm happy with it. And then the second part is this gun right here. Now, I know my camera is kind of trying to focus in on everything, but she does have that gun in her hand, and that too was a pain in the ass to put in. I was sitting there for a good 10-15 minutes trying to put the hand into the gun, and then after putting the hand into the gun, using a lot of hot water and a lot of patience and a lot of freaking thumb damage. My nail, I feel, while I was trying to snap the hand into the peg, I found myself like smashing my thumbs together. So yeah, they're not feeling too good right now, but yeah, all the hard work has paid off, and she looks freaking gorgeous. I love how she looks. If you don't mind, and you're a patient person, and you can kind of finagle your way through the small hands, then this is a definite must get. But if you're not the most patient person, this might be one of the hardest figures to handle for you. So with that said, my rating for this figure, if you are a Kancolle fan and you want to get some of the bigger, I guess the cruisers then or battleships, then I highly recommend this one. Like I said, this figure, everything is perfect. The joints feel very solid. I love the fact that they've included these arms here to help manage the weight here. It's a lot of fun to pose. However, the small hands are going to be a pain in the ass. I'm just telling you that straight up so you know what you're heading into. And that's pretty much it. Guys, I know this was a longer video, but if you stuck around till the end, I thank you so much. You guys are the best. If you guys like what you saw and you thought it was informative, please leave a thumbs up. If you didn't, then thumbs down, of course. And yeah, stick around. I'll have more figure reviews coming your way very, very soon. I'll have more Vise shorts, unpacking, or whatever types of videos very, very soon. Haul videos, you name it, they're all around the corner. So guys, thank you so much. And until next time, this is Daybreak Sound 48. I'm finally signing out. Peace out, guys.